Finally time to fire up the torch, and the first task will be the seat tube Braze-Ons. This video will go over how I do the layout, fit the Braze-Ons in the tubes, prep everything, and silver braze it all together. At the most, I make one frame a year, so when I start a new project, it's usually been 7 or 8 months since I last used the torch. Attaching the Braze-Ons is a good opportunity to refresh my memory before I start doing anything structural. I'll admit I'm not very good at silver brazing. I don't do it a lot, and everything happens so much faster than with bronze. But silver brazing water bottle bosses and a dropper port is pretty low risk. Before I can start with the torch, I need to lay everything out and drill the holes. For this bike, I'm going to put both a water bottle cage and a dropper cable port in the seat tube. One advantage of being tall is that the seat tube is long enough to fit a water bottle and a long dropper post. I can see from my bike CAD plans that I got plenty of room between the bottom of the seat post and the top water bottle boss. This plan is based on a 200mm dropper. The lower bottle boss is about 130mm from the mitered end of the seat tube, with the top boss being 65mm above that. I'm putting the top of the dropper port 95mm above the bottom bracket shell. The water bottle bosses just need a 1/4 inch hole, but the larger oval of the dropper port took a bit more work. I needed to measure the interior edges of the Braze-On, determine the correct size bit, then use the radius of the bit to find my location for the pilot hole. Once everything is laid out, I start with a center drill for the pilot holes, then drill the holes to size. I've always been a bit tentative about drilling holes in the main tubes. My first few frames didn't have any water bottle bosses for that reason. Since this will be my main mountain bike, I figured I need at least one water bottle cage in the main triangle. If I ever need more than one bottle on a ride, I use a waist pack that holds an additional 2 bottles. first time using this type of Braze-On for the dropper cable, and I've never put a hole this big in a main tube before. After I clean the inside of the tubes with Simple Green, I brighten up the brazing areas with some emery cloth, and then clean everything with isopropyl alcohol. For the Braze-Ons, I'm using Stainless Flux and Fillet Pro Silver from Cycle Design. While editing the video, I realized I set both the oxygen and acetylene tanks at 4 psi, which is what I usually use for brazing with bronze. I probably would have been better off if I had dropped the pressure a little for brazing silver. As I said before, I'm not that great at silver brazing. Everything just happens so fast compared to bronze, and I have the tendency to give it too much heat. I have gotten a little better at it over time, and sometimes it goes pretty well. Unfortunately, this wasn't one of those times. You'll notice that I get a fair amount of charring and heat staining. Once everything is brazed and it's had a chance to cool, I boil some water and pour it over the tube to start dissolving the flux. Then I let it soak in the hot water for about 10 minutes. After the soak, it's just a matter of cleaning things up a bit. And there it is. C2 Braze-Ons are all done. In the next video, I'll start brazing the front triangle. If you're interested in following along as I continue building myself a bike frame in my garage, hit the like and subscribe buttons so you'll see the next video when it comes out. If you haven't watched the other videos in the series, go check them out. Thanks for watching, take care, see you next time.